Hello everyone, and welcome back to your favorite show for all things gaming and rarely tech related, Gentoo. Thanks for joining us for another semester. We'll be your hosts, John Taylor
and Brad Pearson.
This week sees the release of a time-looping assassination game and a 2D RPG adventure.
First up is Deathloop. In this game you play as Colt, an assassin stuck in a time loop. You are tasked with taking out 8 targets at this endless party. But here's the twist. Every time you die or fail to take out all 8 targets, the day resets. You have to use stealth, parkour, and gadgets along with the knowledge you gain along the way to complete your mission. Deathloop releases on September 14th for PC and PS5.
Next up is Tales of Iron. This epic RPG adventure takes place in a world plagued by war. You play as Reggie, heir to the Rat Throne. You'll embark on a dangerous quest to reclaim your kingdom from the wretched Frog Clan leader Greenwort. Master brutal combat, overcome your fears, rescue your brothers, and restore your kingdom. Check out Tales of Iron when it releases on September 17th for PC, Xbox, PS4, PS5, and Switch.
Well, that's all for this week. Check in the next weeks for even more game releases. Next up is Brandon with Lights Out.
Hello everyone, my name is Brandon and welcome to the first episode of Lights Out, where I will be reviewing a variety of horror games for you every week. In today's episode, I will be playing Phasmophobia, an investigative horror game requiring you and your team of paranormal investigators to search different locations and find evidence of paranormal activity. Using ghost hunting equipment such as UV flashlights to track ghost footsteps, EMF or electromagnetic field trackers to sense where ghosts have been, and cameras to record anything out of the ordinary, these will help you catch the ghost faster. There are 4 types of equipment: starter, van, on-site, and purchasable equipment. Using these different types of equipment will help you complete the objectives and figure out which ghost is haunting the location. What makes this game really cool is that they have something called a spirit box, which lets you talk to the ghost using your in-game mic. Another thing to add is that there are different types of ghosts varying from demons to spirits and poltergeists. While there is a 4-player co-op mode, people that want to play by themselves can do so. Released with early access last year in September 2020, Phasmophobia was developed and published by indie company Kinetic Games. They still haven't released the full game yet, but founder of Kinetic Games, Dean Nider, states that the price for the game will be the same. Released for PC only, there are no plans of bringing the game to console. There is also VR capability with support for the Valve Index, HTC Vive, Oculus Rift, and Windows Mixed Reality. Upon release, Phasmophobia was met with relatively positive reviews by critics. On Steam, the game has over 260,000 positive reviews. Most players loved the new feel the game gave, such as the communication needed with teammates and the interaction with the locations, such as turning on the sink or room lights, while others commented on the low quality of the graphics, while some said they would get better with updates in the future. Rick Scanton of PC Gamer called it the best ghost game ever made, while Video commented that the game was creative and that the progression of the game and map layouts were very thought out. The game had around 86,000 active users a month after its release, according to player tracker GetHype. Rick Scanton of PC Gamer called it the best ghost game ever made, while Video commented that the game was creative and that the progression of the game and map layouts were very thought out. The game had around 86,000 active users a month after its release, according to player tracker GetHype, becoming a Steam top seller, beating out games like Fall Guys and even Cyberpunk 2077 pre-orders, even going on to win Best Debut Game at the 2020 Game Awards. Not bad for an indie company, huh? Well, that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of Lights Out. I'll see you next week with another horror game and maybe some gameplay of myself. And don't forget to keep your lights on.
Hello and welcome to Below Average Gaming, where me and my friend Kaylee play a new game every week, but not very well.
Yeah.
This week we'll be playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Pew, pew, pew. Gee, look at my classes. Just your swag.
Hate this. Oh no. Okay.
Get up! Get up! He's right there.
Oh, we're gonna kill that man too. Oh. I feel like I played this before actually.
Sir.
Well, he.
Wait, he's still there.
There is nobody on this map. Oh, well, there was. Oh my god!
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shoot in the back. Oh my god! I knew it! Are you kidding?
Yeah.
That almost did not even happen. Oh.
Yeah, you run.
I'm dumb.
I just said, yeah, you run. No. Wow!
Who would have thought? Not me!
Not me!
Am I the bottom of the leaderboard? You too.
Because I... Oh. Don't add me. I'm not If you want to have to carry somebody,
Call me.
add me. Call me.
Middle of the
We should be shout out
leaderboard.
this time.
Ooh, bagel.
Hello?
Huh. Very lucky.
Enemies at the third building.
He hit you. What is that? An axe? Anytime.
Anytime now.
Cruise missile away.
Still there. Here's myself. Oh.
Contact. Enemy at the crossroads.
So like,
Ah!
where are you?
I'm so sorry. To the left.
My game lags.
Changing
I
mag.
feel like every time I give you this controller, it
It
lags.
lags.
Okay, well, over
Get
there.
him.
Ah,
Got you for now.
That was so stressful.
Oh my god, I can't play video games.
Oh, I said over there, you said where's there?
This is the same guy. I go,
Thanks for watching Below Average Gaming. Join us next week when we play Gang Beast.
bye.
Hey guys, it's Lauren Liberty, and this is the Liberty Game Gauntlet, a show where I spin this wheel called the Steam Game Gauntlet, and voila, it gives me a completely random game. I'll play it, and then I'll give my thoughts. So, we don't have a lot of time, let's get into it. So, this is GameGauntlet's.com. This is what I'll be using. It's a one-of-a-kind randomizer, a database of all the games that have existed in Steam, apparently. So, we'll start this roll right now and see what we get. This is the game we got. It's called What the Bear. It's apparently an online multiplayer shooter. I don't know if they have the rights to that. But you know, that's interesting. There's a couple of good reviews actually, which is surprising. So, let's jump in and see. First impression, very simple. I don't hear any music. Oh, there is the music. This looks better than I honestly thought it was going to. We're gonna follow after him. I hope he doesn't turn around. That was close. I don't know how I dodged that. Ah. I somehow did that. Okay. We're gonna try this again. Yo, I'm so good at this game. I'm so good. This is interesting. This is not... Okay. Stop. No, he won't stop. No, I have to get brutally It's so violent. Go. I did it. I can't believe. Okay. Cool. I'm now addicted to this game somehow. I know I can do it. Already got caught. No, I'm screwed. I forgot that happened last night. I keep just doing the same thing over again. Okay. We got this. Already messed it up. I did it! Okay. Okay. I think we're done. That was, what was the game called again? It's called What the Bear. I didn't even realize that whole other puzzle part was even a part of it. Did I have fun? Sure. Puzzle games, I mean, they just frustrate me. I'm not very patient, if you couldn't tell. 99 cents? Maybe if you had a bunch of friends and you wanted to play a really bad shooter game, I'd have to say, it's a no. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Signing off.
Is that it? Is that all of them?
Well, of course not, John. We still got plenty coming up.
Oh, sweet!
Welcome to Lordran, a land of demons, magic, and beef jerky. Hello and welcome to From Souls with Love. I'm Brad, and this is my love letter to the Dark Souls franchise and the subgenre of games spawned from it known as Souls-likes. This week we will be covering Dark Souls Remastered. Hey, you.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, you. You're the chosen undead, cursed with the dark sign, tasked to rekindle the first flame, to preserve the Age of Fire, or extinguish it, because you're a giant, flaming piece of shit. Along your journey, you will die. A lot.
Go, 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 go. Ooh, no! Are you... Damn it! Yes. Oh, don't. Ah! You!
And that's the fun of the game. The more you die and the more you learn from your mistakes. Spending hours learning the movesets and attacks from enemies and bosses, you will get one of the best senses of accomplishment you will ever get in gaming. Just from overcoming this tough but fair game. Because fun fact, just a regular old enemy in this game can tear you to shreds. But fret not, chosen one. As killing enemies and gaining their souls, you can level up and wield weapons of immense strength and power. And maybe have a little bit more health too. Leveling up your stats is very important. Let me go over these stats real quick. These two stats affect these bars. These stats allow you to wield certain weapons. These stats have to do with spells and magic, so they're kind of pointless. This stat is pointless, so only focus on these stats. No, second thought. The stat is worthless. These are the only stats that you will ever need at any time and any location. Did somebody say location? Because my favorite part of this game, by far, is the various locales. Just take a look at this and this. No, not this. Hours of my life have been spent immersed in these beautiful levels. I would say it's this game's best feature. The weapons and armors are also good too, but I will say this game does have one downfall. And it is this boss. I hate this boss so much. Just no. This boss is stupid. But don't let that detract from this game. This game is beautiful. You know, just talking about this game makes me so happy. I think I'm going to sing a song for all of you. Thank you for watching. See you next week.
Hello guys, I'm Cameron Purvis. Typically on my show, I'll be switching it up between ways to get better at Call of Duty Warzone specifically, Madden, and also live stream gameplay playing Madden or Call of Duty from time to time. Today, since it's still pretty new, I decided to talk about the new Call of Duty Vanguard, as it just got announced a few weeks ago. I believe it drops in early November. The beta will be out soon, but we'll just get into some of the information they've put out on it already. So if you're familiar with Call of Duty, it's a war game, so it's rated M, kind of violent. Sledgehammer Games made the game, Treyarch, and also Raven Software. Treyarch has made older Call of Duties, older base Call of Duties like Black Ops. Sledgehammer has made some recent ones, and Raven Software has made some too. Usually it's only one or two of those companies that makes the game. It'll be interesting to see how this one is with three of those companies working together. So this is a World War II based game. It's kind of interesting because they made another World War II based game in 2018 or 2019, I believe. In this one, they'll be fighting for victory across the eastern and western fronts of Europe, the Pacific Ocean, and North Africa. So the maps will be based around those places in the campaign mode as well. For the Warzone integration part of the game will be coming with 3 new operators. Lucas will come with a new assault rifle, Polina will come with a new marksman rifle, and Wade will come with a new submachine gun. All the 3 new guns will come with tracer rounds. So the game will have multiplayer, of course. I think they added a few new game modes, one called Clash, which is similar to Ground War. If you're familiar with that, about 20 people to a team on a big map. And it's just team deathmatch. That's all I've heard for new game modes. I'm sure they still have the same domination and kill confirmed and stuff like that. Multiplayer is usually pretty good, usually never fails on Call of Duty. So that's something to look forward to. The game will also have zombie mode. I don't play zombies, but I hear it's pretty fun from my friends. As for the Warzone integration, it says integration post-launch. So I think that Warzone, the integration will actually happen after Vanguard, the game comes out. The game comes out in early November, so the integration probably won't happen until around Christmas time. I believe that's how they did Warzone when it came out before. So this is the only picture of the new map, I believe, that's out right now. Still pretty new, the information on it. If you're familiar with the Warzone, the only map Verdansk has been out since March or February of 2020. So we've been playing the same map for a year and a half, almost 2 years. Then they added the Rebirth map, but it's just not the same. It's not big enough. So this map is supposed to be along like the Pacific coast. So it'll probably be a lot of water, a lot of hills, a lot different from Verdansk, which I'm pretty excited about. So I just want to get all that covered. That'll be it for this episode. Next week, we'll get into some gameplay.
Hello everyone and welcome to The Rundown, a show in which we go through a quick rundown of a different game every week. I'm your host Garrett and today we're looking at UFC 4 released in 2020. As I mentioned, UFC 4 is about a year old, released on August 14th in 2020. It is of course the 4th installment of the Xbox One and PS4 era of gaming, and it's probably one of my favorite sports games. I'm not a huge sport game fan. Madden, 2K, the show, I'm not a big fan of them personally, but hey, UFC 4 is an exception. I'm going to jump right into it with the gameplay. As you can see on screen here, I'm doing wrestling at the moment and groundwork. That is probably the only nitpick thing I have about this game. It's not the best if you ask me. It just feels kind of tedious and kind of weird. The minigame is simple to do. It's just, I don't think it's the best thing to do. I'd much rather stand and bag and just duke it out up on the ground. However, that is just my opinion. Moving on, I'm going to go to the story that we have here in UFC 4. UFC 4 kind of has your basic career mode in all different games. You begin as an amateur fighter, getting the snot beat out of them in an amateur league. A legendary trainer then picks you up and wants you to become the greatest of all time and reach your full potential. When you finally sign that UFC contract, now the fun stuff begins. You now have weekly points to spend on how you want to do things in preparation for the fight. For instance, you can talk all the smack in the world, poke so much fun of your upcoming opponent, make fun of him, his dog, and whatnot, only be knocked out in the first round because you are out of shape, unlike your opponent who went to the gym. Otherwise, you also have another issue. For instance, if you were to go to the gym all the time and not go to any of the meeting or press events, the fight will not have enough hype behind it, meaning you will take a pay cut. Now, money is important, of course, not only in real life, but in the game, because money in the game can buy new moves that you can learn from the roster at UFC with Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz, and more. It also helps you recover from injuries. Of course, it is a video game after all, and it's a sports game after all, and they're bound to happen. Concussions occur, fractured wrists, fractured knees, torn muscles, all that will occur in the game, and they all can occur at one time. So if you don't have the bank to cover it, you'll be out for a while or possibly retired if you're not careful. Up next, I'd like to talk about the gameplay in this game. As I mentioned previously, wrestling is the only nitpicking thing that I have about this game. Your basic moves are punches, kicks, and whatnot. You then have heavier attacks, then you have the big flashy attacks, which I like to call your Superman punches, your spitting kicks, your jumping kicks, and much more. Those are the fun moves to get down, and of course you can have spectacular knockouts. Those are fantastic. The game is fluid, it's fun. The reactions are great from the opponent. You can see them hit, and you can see them hurt as they stumble around, try to gain their consciousness before you give them that knockout blow. Finally, I like to wrap it up with the presentation of the game. With it being a sports game, it has to do a good job of capturing what it feels like watching it on television, and UFC 4 is not an exception. It is fantastic for doing this. With the tail of the tape, they talk about your pros and cons, to Bruce Buffer, who will allow it to wrap it up for us here today, hyping up your fights.
Live from the sold-out Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. It's time!
See what I mean with Bruce Buffer? That does for me here, guys, today at The Rundown. I'm your host, Garrett, and I want to thank you for sticking with us here at Gentoo on KNWT. Next week, we have a new game for you, so stay tuned. Thank you.
Welcome back to another episode in the series Hidden Gems in Gaming, where each week I dive into a video game that may go unnoticed on your radar from all the other games you play, and then showcase what makes these games stand out from the rest. This week, we're showcasing the game Risk of Rain 2. This roguelike game is a sequel to the 2013 game Risk of Rain, which introduced the gameplay and story of this series that both games follow closely. Players control a survivor who is stranded on an alien planet. To survive, they navigate through various environments, killing monsters and looting chests to collect items that boost their offensive and defensive capabilities. Over time, the game's difficulty increases, spawning more powerful and dangerous creatures. If not obvious now, this action-packed game wants you to survive in a strange place with monsters that get stronger over time by opening chests and collecting items to last long enough to beat the final boss. Pretty standard for a roguelike game if you ask me. With the release of Risk of Rain 2 in 2020, this game was turned into a third-person shooter apart from the original, which was a 2D platformer. The world of Risk of Rain, as well as some characters, items, and bosses, went from a flat 2D world of Risk of Rain and shifted into the three-dimensional world we can play and see today in Risk of Rain 2. This game offers a bunch of content, with the ability to play up to 4 players online co-op with friends, over 110 items more to come, and each run will be a random roll of the dice. The different characters offer their own playstyle and strategies to traverse through this difficult environment. Starting with 2 characters to play and 10 more to be unlocked, I've got about 50 hours in this game and I have 2 characters left to unlock, so if that doesn't say anything, I don't know what does. Aside from the characters and features of this game, the enemies and the bosses really bring this game to life. Each environment you go to offers its own style and enemies as well, making each area you go to unique. With the difficulty scaling of the enemies and bosses as you progress, the game can get pretty challenging. You start on easy and then go through medium and hard as normal difficulties would, but as time passes and you get further into the game, it will go to impossible and then just start laughing at you with the max difficulty. If not prepared, this game will get you, so you've got to be quick with everything you do. Lastly, this game offers an amazing soundtrack while you are looting and scooting. No matter the location you are in or what action you got yourself into, the game will always know what music to put on and give you the right music to listen to. Risk of Rain 2 has jumped to one of my all-time favorite games in just the last month of playing. With the anniversary update last month that brought loads of new content and another expansion already set to release later this year, the overall excitement for new content and updates really keeps this game standing out from the rest. You can find Risk of Rain 2 on Steam, PS4, Xbox, Switch, and even Google Stadia. With a price tag of $24.99, this game is an absolute steal and a must-have. With future expansions already set in place for later this year, which will be downloadable content, a price tag that hasn't been announced yet, I would definitely recommend picking this game up now or whenever you get a chance when it's on sale. With over 100,000 reviews on Steam giving it a 96% rating, overwhelmingly positive, it really shows you how great this game is. Thank you for checking out this week's Hidden Gem in Gaming. Tune in next week where I take a look at the game that you may have heard of and maybe even had on your wish list but never took a chance of trying it out. Hopefully I can convince you that this game is worth the try. See you next week.